No, I don't mean it that way. All right, so you have your notes, right? Right. Excuse me. We are getting ready to start similarity, okay? But before we get into similarity, we got to go over proportions. And folks, we will be able to solve proportions backwards and forwards, upside down with a twist before this is over, okay? Now, here's what you need to do. First of all, put the date on the notes. Always have your notes in an organized manner, please. You and your magic tricks. Magical card tricks. It does not happen. Ratios and proportions. Here we go. A ratio compares two numbers by dividing. The ratio of two numbers, A and B, can be written as A to B, like it can literally be written out, A to B, A colon B, or the fraction A over B, okay, where B can't equal 0. Now, if I were to take the ratio 1 to 2, that can be rewritten 1 colon 2 or 1 over 2. We are definitely going to focus on fractions, not so much 1 to 2. We're not going to deal with that because it's not really math. It's just pretend math, kind of. Now, what are we going to do with that? If we're dealing with ratios are just fancy words, or ratio is just a fancy word for fraction. That's all. Ratio, fraction. They're interchangeable. They're synonyms, if you will. So I want to write a ratio, or what's my good word? Fraction. I want to write a fraction expressing the slope of this line L. How do I do that? Well, we find the slope. Well, what's the slope formula? M is equal to monkey tails. The Y's go on top. That is good. Good job to tag team that. Now, folks, when we get our answer, isn't it in the form of a fraction? Which is just an easy word for our fancy word, ratio. So what is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 according to this picture? Negative 2 minus 3, or you could have 3 minus negative 2. But notice that we're starting here and we're going this way. So that means for the x's, we're going to start here at point B and we're going to go to A. So the bottom, the denominator, is going to be what? You tell me. 2 minus negative 1, but ding, 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 what happens to it, Joseph? That becomes plus a positive, doesn't it? Y'all with me? All right, so let's do the math. Negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5. Over 2 plus 1 is 3. Can I leave my slope that way? I only have to flip it when? When it's perpendicular. Go back and read it. Nope. Just watch. It says write a ratio. Write a fraction expressing the slope. Do we have a fraction? Yes. That's exactly what it's asking for. Slope is already in the form of a ratio. And the formal definition of slope is the ratio of the difference of y's divided by the difference of x's. That's the answer. M is equal to negative 5 over 3. Okay? Now, if I ask you for the slope of the line perpendicular to line L, Maddie, then you would tell me that the slope of the perpendicular line would be what? Flip it and opposite reciprocal. What's the opposite reciprocal of negative 5/3, y'all? Positive 3/5. Okay, you got it. That's got to stick, folks. It's got to. Let's keep going. Given that 2 points on M are C, negative 2, 3, and D, 6, 5, write a ratio or a fraction expressing what? The slope. You find the slope of these 2 points. You do that now. Do the formula. The formula. What are the y values? 5 minus 3. If you start that way, Joseph, what's the denominator have to be? 6 minus negative 2. I got a plus a positive, don't I? Plus a positive. 5 minus 3 is 2. Over 6 plus 2 is 8. Can that be nicer? 2/8, 1/4. Is that a ratio? Why? Because it's a fraction. Questions? Facile or difficile? Facile, muy facile, see? It's just a review. It's just applying this new stuff, okay? Now, this is easy. This is all algebra, okay? Example 3, look at this. The ratio, fraction, there we go. Well, we should leave this as ratio. Why should I leave this one as ratio? Now keep reading. Because it's 3 numbers, all right? And so let's think about this. It says the ratio of the side lengths of a triangle, 3 sides, is 4 to 7 to 5. And its perimeter is 96 centimeters. What's the length of the shortest side? These are like, okay. Don't look at these problems and cry. Don't do it, Chrissy. I do want you to do this, though. How do you find the perimeter? Add up all the sides, right? Okay, let's make some notes. Add all sides. Our ratio is 4 to 7 to 5. 4 to 7 to 5 totals 96 centimeters. Okay? 4 to 7 to 5. That means if, warm. Here's what I would do. If you have 4 to 7 to 5, I don't know what the common rate is, but I can say that 4x, how do you find the perimeter? Add up all the sides. 4x plus 7x plus 5x is equal to 96. Right? Can you solve that? Heck yes. 4 and 7 is 11, 11 and 5, 16x, right? What are we going to do with that? Divide by 16. What's x? 96 divided by 16? 6 what's? 6 centimeters. Good girl. How did you know it was centimeters? That a girl. Because it said it in the problem. It said that the perimeter was 96 centimeters. There you go. That's what I'm talking about right there. How do you know it's a small? What did happen to me? What just happened to me? I just got bit right in the hind end because where would this have been in your options? That would have been A, and I'd have got the thing wrong. What did it go back and say? What's the length of the shortest side? Which one? No, which one's got to be the shortest side? 4x, 7x, or 5x? 4x is your shortest side. Please write it this way. Shortest side has to be 4x, which is 4 times 6, which is 24 centimeters. Now, where do you think that's going to be in your answers? It's probably going to be B or C or D, because A is going to be reserved for what number? 6. 24 centimeters is our shortest side. That's what it asks us for. Because it said, what's the length of the shortest side? X is just a way for me to get to the correct answer. Okay? No. It's not going to have perimeter, because perimeter is one you got to... Oh, no. Monkey tail, you got to know. Huh? You got to know that. Slope. You got to know it. You will know it by that time, believe me. As hard as we're going to work, you'll know it. Here we go. Questions on this? Are we cool? That ain't so bad, is it? Let's look at another one. The ratio of the what? No. Oh, angle measures. What is the sum of the angle measures? Why is it 180? Do I know that these angles are 16 and 19? No, I do not. It does not say it is an equal angular triangle. All I am given, don't make fun of the teacher, Kale, is that it's a triangle. This is a plain old generic, got it, nothing triangle. It ain't got nothing, no extras, no sparkle, no bling. It's a plain old triangle. The angles in every triangle are equal to what? 180 degrees, okay? The angles are equal to 180 degrees in any triangle. Now, use your head. What are you going to do? Da, 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 da. Do it on your own. Okay. Use the last problem as your model. You got this. It's got to be all on paper, folks. The ratio not on your calculator. Don't accidentally fall into you with my elbow. Accidentally. That was crazy. Yes. Do this problem. Okay, here we go. Hey, all right, who's got this? Who's got this? Dennis. Come on, Dennis. Oh. How many of you had it set up right? High five in the air, y'all. There we go. 1x plus 6. Burparama, stop it. That's recorded forever on YouTube. Stop passing gas in my class. Don't do it in the grass. Because you might break some glass. And I might hit you in the head with the bass. I need y'all to do this problem fast. Here, do this. Shut up and stop distracting me. Dennis, I'm sorry. You were very studious, very on focus. I need to focus. See, what's the x's equal? Okay, sorry, y'all. 20x is equal to 180, and then I'm going to do what? Divide by 20, and then I'm going to do what? X is equal to 9. Why am I having to multiply by every single one of them? Each angle. All right. Fart faces. 1x is going to be 1 times 9, which is 9, right? 6x is going to be 6 times 9, which is 54, right? And then 13x is 13 times 9, which is something big. right? 13, 20, 38. Oh, yeah. Questions? That's it. That's what it said. What's the measure of each angle? Okay? It kind of is. No twist to that. Hey, what do you have to be real careful about? You got to read these carefully. Okay? Yeah, they'll trick you. They sure will. A blank is an equation stating that two ratios are equal. A proportion. So when you have two fractions connected with an equal sign, you now don't have two fractions connected by an equal sign, you have a proportion. And there are extremes and means, and we don't really care about those because what extremes and means? Seriously? No. We do care about proportions because we're able to cross multiply. Cross multiply. And this is straight up algebra, y'all. We're going to cross what? Nothing. We're going to cross multiply. We're going to go fishing. Because, boom, x times 56 is 56 times x. I'm going to write it out long first, okay? And then 72 times 7, that is a big number, but you've got calculators. So 56x is equal to 504. Now what? Do what? No. No. Divide both sides by 56. X is equal to? Plain old 9? Hey, I was getting ready to circle it, but then I figured I better not. Did I solve it? Yeah, I've solved it. No tricks on that one, right? It is 6th grade stuff. You lie. Don't lie to me. Here we go. Look at the next one. It doesn't matter. I just go fishing. Go that way. Hey, do both of those. Go. You got it. I can tell you are. Here we go. Excuse me. X is equal to 168? Yeah. Divide both sides by 8. Do you get 21? Is that my answer? Yep. How many of you had it? Hands up. Rock on, high five. Next one. 5 times 35 is equal to 7 times x, right? So, divide by 7, what do you get? Is that what I'm looking for? How many of you had that one? Rock on, high five. How about this one? Oh, LeBron. Psh. He ain't got nothing. I didn't make up this problem because I would not have talked about LeBron James. It totally would have been MJ. No, it'd have been for, Doesn't matter. Ain't nobody going to be as good as he was. Ever. LeBron, he's got his records and good for him. I ain't hating on him. But I'm kind of, good girl. Okay, because they may come back and get it. That's fine. Thank you. Oh, all right. So, let's just do this. Y'all got to understand, my husband saw Michael Jordan play when he played for the Carolina, okay? Yes, way back then. Not that we're old, but he did. Because who cares? Michael Jordan is a man. Always will be. Always. MJ. Now, Cavs. Who goes to Cleveland? Who cares about professional basketball? If those fellas can't make free throws, they ought to be fined $1,000 at least for every foul shot they miss. Every shot they miss, they ought to be fouled and fined. Fouled and fined. Fouled with the bat. No, I'm just kidding. They play in a game for a living, y'all. Here we go, Michael Jordan. scores 16 of the Bulls' first 24 points. If this trend continues, how many points will Michael score if the Bulls finish with 84 points? Ooh, scores over points. Oh, okay, see, we've got to figure this out. This is why we have to apply proportions, okay? Let's hold up. 16 over 24. That's the first sentence, and it's just in the order that we read it, right? So 16 of the first 24 points is going to be equal to how many points will he score if the, so you know what it is? This is MJ numbers, and this is the Bulls numbers. Think about that, because we've got to figure out how many he's going to score if the team finishes with 84 points, which is not a lot in a pro game, right? Now, yeah, he's going to score a whole bunch. Pardon? Cross multiply. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Pardon? You already figured it out? Let's cross. We don't care. We are looking at it from a mathematical perspective. 24x is equal to 16 times 84. Folks, y'all help me out because that's a big old number. Thank you. Woo-wee. Is that possible? Cody, is that possible in a game? To score 56 to 84 points? Yeah, that's possible. It's totally possible. And completely possible for Michael Jordan, right? That's right. He would score 56. Now, does that make sense? Because these are the ones that you have to look at and you go, okay, does this answer make sense? If he scored 16 of the first 24, that's a pretty high percentage, isn't it? So then would it be okay to have 56 over 84? Let me show you a way you could check it. Yep, there's a way to check it. Watch this. What's 24 times 56? What's 84 times 16? Did we have the right X? Yes, that's your cross products. Okay, if you check your cross products and they're the same, then you know you found the correct X value. Okay, questions? Facile or difficile? It is pretty facile. Go to the next one. Oh. Hey, 2y, I want you to write this out every step, okay? 2y equals, 2y times 4y is equal to 9 times 8. All right, just bear with me. What's 2? This is complete algebra right here. What's 2y times 4y? 8y squared. 9 times 8 is 72, right? All right, and how are you going to solve that? Divide by 8. And you're going to get y squared is equal to, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry, it just cracks me up when you laugh. 72, because you don't laugh a lot out loud. You smile, and that's your humor. I get a kick when you laugh out loud. 72, I just brought attention to you, and I didn't mean to embarrass you. 72 divided by 8 is what? 9. Ooh, what now? Nope. Let's take the square root of both sides. Because how do you undo a perfect square? You take the square root of what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Y is equal to 3. Y is equal to 3. Right? Okay. You got to get used to that. Got to get used to that. Let's look at another one. Oh, mercy. Kinda. Let's write this out longhand. We got z minus 4 times the quantity z minus 4. You better put stars by this. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Is equal to 5 times 20. All right, now folks, you better pay attention because it's been a long time since you've done this. Okay? If I have a binomial times a binomial, you've got to FOIL this out. Okay? FOIL it out. That means you better watch. Z times Z is what? Z squared, right? That's right. Z times negative 4 is what? Negative 4Z. Negative 4 times Z is what? Negative 4 times negative 4 is who? Positive 16. Hold it. Look at it again. This is just multiplying two binomials together using the FOIL method. Z times Z is Z squared. Z times negative 4 is negative 4Z. Negative 4 times Z is negative 4Z. Negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16, right on? What's 5 times 20? Now. Am I done? Nope. I got to combine like terms. What's minus 4Z minus 4Z? Negative 8. Y'all, we got to get this. Now what? Now we're solving a quadratic, y'all. Yep. No, there are no like terms now. Nuh-uh. Z squared, Z squared. 8Z is 8Z. What? Nope, you don't subtract 16. You subtract 100. Because when you solve a quadratic, the quadratic equation has to be set equal to Z. To 0, to 0. 0. Z squared minus 8Z minus 84 is equal to 0. Now I want you to stare at that, look at it just a second. Because 16 minus 100 is negative 84. All right, now, pardon me? MA? No. Oh, yeah, you can do the MA chart. I don't. All right, watch. Just watch. Just watch. Because I forget about y'all's little MA chart. Now we got to factor. Now we solve by factoring. Folks, you hang in here with me, okay? All right, now this is solving by factoring. You have to set the equation equal to 0, and then we solve by factoring. Now, what times what is Z squared? All right, Z times Z is Z squared. Now, watch what I do and listen to me very carefully. I need 2 factors of 84 that when I subtract give me 8. 2 factors of 84. No. Negative 10 and 2 don't multiply up to get 84. You got to come over here. 1 times 84. 2 times 42. Well, 3 divide into 84. You better be blowing up your calculator. What's 84 divided by 3? Is it? 4 times 21. 5 won't go into 84. 6, will 6 go into 84? 12 times? No, it won't. 6 times 14? Huh. All right, hold up. Now, there are more factors of 84. Will 7 divide into 84? 84 divided by 7? Okay. All right, now look. Which of these factors can I subtract and get 8? 6 and 14. Throw them in your quadratic. Throw them in your parentheses. All right. Now, I did the thing a little bit different. But are my signs going to be the same or different? They're going to be different. Which of these two numbers, 6 or 14, has to be negative? The larger one. So the 14, okay? The larger one has to be the negative because what is 6 minus 14? Is negative 8, which is what I got to end up getting, okay? Now, whew, we found the factors. Now what? What the world? No, we're not done. Now we set each factor and solve. All right, so z plus 6 equals 0. Z minus 14 equals 0. Solve both of those equations. Subtract 6, and we get z is equal to negative 6. Add 14. Z is equal to 14. How many solutions are there for this problem? Bless you. There are 2. How would I even begin to know that? Look at your original problem.
There's 2 equations.
Because there are 2 z's. That z squared, thank you. That z squared means there are going to be 2 solutions. How are you going to put your answers? You're going to put them in these fancy brackets, folks. Negative 6 and 14. I don't care if they're in order, as long as they're in those fancy brackets. Now, am I going to make you do 14 of these at home? No. I wouldn't do that, okay? Just 20 of them. Why is it 6 and 14? Because watch what I do, and I say this every time we do these problems. I need 2 factors of 84, numbers that I multiply together, that when I subtract those factors, it will give me 8. So when I subtract 84 and 1, that gives me 83, not those. Yeah. Okay, because I've got to take 14 minus 6, which gives me 8, and then I have to determine, hey, which one has to be negative. The larger of the 2 factors has to be negative, because 6 minus 14 is negative 8. Okay? Good question. You got to be able to do this, y'all. Got to be able to do this. Questions? Other questions? Right. On this? Are we done? Let us finish. Okay? No.
This is what we should do for homework.
No, you need to do this right now. Do this together. Here we go. Hey, 4 times 9 is what? 36. And then we've got x plus 3 times quantity x plus 3. Are you cool with that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, here we go. We got to, excuse me, we got to foil this out. X times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 3 is 9. Do you guys agree with that? Okay. Combine like terms. Did you get x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 36? Then I subtract 36. Now, some of us went another way, and that's okay as long as we end at the same spot. But subtract 36 from both sides, and you get x squared plus 6x minus 27 equals 0. Do you guys agree with that? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Now listen to the way I say this. What times what's x squared? X and x. This is what I want you to pay attention to. I need 2 factors of 27 that when I subtract give me 6. Well, what are all the factors of 27? 1 and 27, 3 and 9. Which pair can I subtract to give me 6? 3 and 9. Are my signs going to be the same or different? Different. And which of these 2 numbers, 3 or 9, has to be plus? Yes, the 3 has to be negative. The 9 has to be positive because what is negative 3 plus 9 equal to? Positive 6. If I put plus 3 minus 9, then that's going to give me negative 6, and that's not what I want. You weren't laughing out there, were you? You weren't laughing. That's why, folks, you got to be very particular about your signs. Now, I got it factored. What do I have to do with each factor? Set each factor equal to 0. Here we go. I'm going to add 3, I get positive 3. Subtract 9, I get negative 9. How many of you had your solution set 3 and negative 9, and it doesn't matter if they're in that order? Very, very good. Yeah, it should. Good times. Not that this is bad times. It's all right. I'm just kidding. Whew. Do what? Not as good. This year. It's more difficult. Goes to growing up. Here we go. Get your books out, folks. Stop talking, please, ladies and gentlemen. This is not an optional be quiet. This is a shh right now. Ladies and gents, please, I'm trying to be nice. I don't have to be. And y'all know I can get my on when I need to. Oh, I can. I don't mind. Here we go. I want you to do the following problems. Me. Page 457, folks. I want you to do shh. 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 Stop talking. I want you to do 5 through 13. 5 through 13. Okay? Get on it now.